Kumar Sri Ranjit Singh Ji, better known as just Ranji, innovator of the glance, one of the greatest batsmen the world has seen, later the ruler of the erstwhile Western Indian state of Nawanagar. I suppose it was he who, with his remarkable performances for Sussex and England, first drew the attention of the then international cricketing authorities to the future potential of Indian cricket, and indeed to India in the long run being accorded Test recognition in 1932. It's not very well known that India was supposed to make their first appearance in Tests in 1930 and in India. But the anti-British feeling in India at the time, it being one of the peaks of India's freedom struggle, forced a postponement. And so the match was held 2 years later and here at Lord's.
His Majesty the King at Lord's, where he greets the English team and the All India 11 during their only Test match to be played this year.
Well, Indians felt slightly nervous because they had never played a Test match before, and there were so many people shouting, and there was nervousness in our camp. Well, Muhammad Nisar was very fast, and he was all the time threatening while he was running towards the batsman. Nisar had one very great advantage. He was very tall. He was about 6'2½", whereas Larwood was very short. So Nisar had that advantage. And then he could move the ball in and away. Whether knowingly or unconsciously, that I cannot say. But however, he moved the ball.
My most vivid recollection, really, I think, is of the two Indian bowlers. Of course, we'd never seen them in this country before. And Nisar and Ames Singh, I don't know whether I got the right pronunciations or not, but they created a very good impression with the England team. And I think Nisar got at least 5 wickets during the first innings. He wasn't quite so successful in the second because Jahangir Khan, also a lively medium-pace bowler, did very well. I think he got 4. But in spite of Nisar and Jahangir Khan, I thought India's best bowler, he didn't get as many wickets in this particular match, was Ames Singh. I thought he was a magnificent bowler. The wicket was a little more lively, maybe, right at the very beginning, but we did get an unfortunate start. I think Percy Holmes was clean bowled by Nisar almost immediately, and Herbert Sutcliffe got out fairly quickly. And then from England's point of view, we had a minor tragedy because Frank Woolley, who was probably one of the best batsmen in England, although he was getting on a bit, he unfortunately got run out. And then I think the skipper went in next, I think, Douglas Jardine, who stayed there, and I think he was undefeated, certainly undefeated in one of the 2 innings. I think he got 85 not out. Then, fortunately, I went in and I got missed, I think it was a stumping chance, before I'd scored, actually. And then I managed to stay with Douglas Jardine for quite a time, and we recovered and got a respectable score. But even so, it wasn't a very big score.
Jardine was a staunch fighter. And under difficulties, he clenched his teeth and went straight with his bat and pad to stop the ball. Of course, except for driving a little through covers or extra cover, he concentrated on playing straight. We had good bowling side. There were 5 very, very fine bowlers who could bowl for long time and get the opponents out.
You had 2 very fine cricketers who weren't even playing in the Test match. I don't know whether they were eligible to play, but I'm referring, of course, to Dulip Singh and Pataudi. Now, they were two magnificent Test cricketers. Now, had they been in the side, there could have been, well, a different story to the results of the match. Their bowling, as I've already said, was up to Test standard, but their batting wasn't quite up to Test standard. I think that sums it up pretty easily, really.
C.K. Naidu batted very well. He was a very fine cricketer, very fine all-rounder. Good bowler, good fielder, and good judge of the game. He captained very well. I mean, after every second over, when the fielders were moving, he stopped on the pitch and told me all the time, every second over, well, you bowl on leg and middle. You bowl on leg and middle. Give nothing away. If they want to score, let them score off you from leg and middle. My feeling all the time have been that I was a good bowler against left-handers. My ball moved away, which the left-handers did not like. And perhaps it moved at a speed which they never gauged. I told my own cricketers, I'll get two men out, Woolley and Penta, because both were left-handers. Our bowling was certainly better, in my opinion, than the bowling of the English team.
Ames Singh has scored his 50. Incidentally, the top score for his side during this match. India are all out with a total of 187. England win by 158 runs.
Douglas Jardine then leading the recovery there for England with good support from Leslie Ames in the first innings. Mohammad Nisar, the leading wicket taker for India. India conceding a first innings lead of 70 runs, only C.K. Naidu impressing with the bat. Bose and Vos sharing the wickets for England. Jardine once again showing the way. A good innings from Eddie Painter, England declaring on 275 for 9. Jahangir Khan among the wickets for India this time. Only Amar Singh in the lower order putting